Hello and welcome here to the exhibition for the International Women's Day. I'm glad you're part of my story today. Let's introduce myself, Emily Murphy. I was a great Canadian activist for women's rights during the beginning of the 20th century.
Look at your right.
It's me on the picture.
I'm so gorgeous.
Don't you think?
Now I'm going to deal with my early life. I, Emily Gowan Ferguson, was born in a wealthy six-children's family during a rainy night on the 14th March 1868. As a child, I grew up in an equality mentality. Indeed, my father, Isaac Ferguson, encouraged my brothers, my sisters, and I to share responsibilities equally. The family was made up of strong political figures. Therefore, talking about politics within the family was not so rare. I was raised with a father, an uncle, some brothers, and a grandfather who were all highly involved in politics. In 1887, I married Arthur Murphy, an Anglican minister. We had 4 daughters, but tragically, 2 of them died very young. We moved west to Swan River, Manitoba, in 1903, and then Edmonton, Alberta, in 1907.
The experience of an Albertan woman who was left with nothing when her husband decided to sell their farm deeply touched me. As a result, I started to have a strong interest in the protection of women, and I led a campaign to ensure the property rights of married women. In 1911, I convinced the Alberta government to pass the Dower Act. The Dower Act allowed a wife to 1/3 share of her husband's property if he passed away. Many of my other accomplishments were done alongside my close friend, Neely McClung, especially to obtain the vote for women in Canada. I also founded the Federated Women's Institute. I believed in a country where women and men could work alongside one another and women were considered people. In 1929, the Privy Council of Britain declared that women were legal persons under the British North America Act, thanks to my hard work and dedication.
I died from diabetes the 27th October 1933. I am today known as one of the famous 5, also called the Violent 5, a group of Canadian activists for women's rights that also included my friends Arietta Amweer-Edwards, Nellie McClung, Louise McKinney, and Irene Palby.
Canadian women owe a great deal to my passionate adult educator's life who challenged conventional views and changed Canadian history.
I was, I am, and I will remain known as an agent of change.